Hi, and welcome back to Craft Along with Jay. And if you're new, welcome. My name is Yetta, and I am so happy that you could join me today. Today is a little bit different. It's a brand new collaboration, and I'm very excited to be participating. It's the Hello Spring collaboration hosted by Divine Designs, and the co host is the Southern Shell, and the guest host this month is the White Sparrow Living. Yeah, and don't forget, their links will be down in my description box along with the playlist, so make sure to check them all out. So today I have three quick and easy spring DIYs for you. So for project number one, I actually ended up using two of these egg wood blocks from the Dollar Tree, and I'm painting one of them in ivory, and I'm painting the other one in Ballet Slipper, both by Waverly. And then I'm going to go in with some gold leaf rub and buff, and I'm just going to go around the edges, and I'm just using my finger because I don't want this to be perfect. I want it to be distressed. So I'm just going to go around and give it like a real messy edge, which is going to make it look aged. And I chose the rub and buff, and you'll see later why. It's going to tie in to something else that we're going to add onto our eggs right here. And I'll show you in a little bit the other egg too. It was just like an afterthought that I really wanted a pair of them instead of just one. So, but yeah, I'll still show it to you, and I think they turn out absolutely gorgeous. I love them. So here I'm going around the edge, and then just with a little bit, you don't need a whole lot on your finger. A little goes a long way. And then I'm just going to distress it here in the middle, just whatever I got left over on my finger. If I wanted some more distressing, I would just dab my finger on the tube of the gold leaf rub and buff, and then I'll keep distressing until my eyes are happy. And this is kind of where I'm at. And then I'm going to go in with these metal flowers that I found at the Dollar Tree. And this is the pink one. And I'm just going to cut the tag off. And the other one is going to be like an ivory colored one for the pink background. That's kind of one that I wanted a pair because I had both colors and I thought it was just look amazing. And it does. So here I'm just laying it down to figure out where I want it. And then I'm just going to use some super glue fix-all from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to go around on the tip of the petals, just add a little bit. And I'm going to go all the way around. And then once I lay it down onto my egg, I am going to put just a little bit of weight on top. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. Just to make sure the edges are touching the egg and it will adhere once it dries. And this one I did let dry overnight. Whereas the pink one, like I said, it was an afterthought, was made the next day. Um, so that didn't get as much drying time. But here they are. And I just love them as a pair. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Love them. Let me know what you think about these two. And you can see the gold edges on the flowers, the little distressing. It kind of goes really well with the rub and buff. So that's why it shows that. All right, for project number two, I got this spring sign from the Dollar Tree. And I am just going to use the word spring, but I'm going to cut the letters off separately because I don't need them to be adhered to each other. So I'm just going to cut these off, and I'm going to save the bunny with the carrot for some future project, but I didn't need it for this one. Then I'm going to go in the back. I thought maybe I could just pull the jute twine out, but it wasn't that easy. So I'm going to cut them at the edges, and then I'm able to go into the middle and just pull them out from each side. So that's how that is. And that's what I'm going to do to all of the letters. I'm going to take the twine off from the back because otherwise it's a little too bulky in the back and I kind of want it to be flat. And then I gave them one coat of Waverly Chalk Paint and Plaster and let them dry. And then I got these napkins. I'm pretty sure they're from Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to open it up. And then I'm going to take some masking tape so I can separate the ply. It could actually be from Dollar Tree, but I'm pretty sure it's Hobby Lobby. I could be wrong. If you know, remind me down in the description box. I mean, the comment section, I'm sorry. And then I saw Nikki over at Nikki's Eye for DIY, uh, use this glue stick to adhere the napkin. So I wanted to give it a try instead of using Mod Podge and then iron it on, which is what I typically do. So I'm going to give it a try with the glue stick. And I'm going to lay my napkin down and I'm trying to get, I'm not cutting off a little chick if I see a little chick in there. So I'm just kind of playing around with it. And then I'm just going to very gently rub with my fingers to get any wrinkles out. And then I'll just cut around it and let that sit while I do the same thing to the other letters. Same process. I'm going to speed it up a little bit because it's pretty much the same, but I just kind of want you to see, make sure, I almost put this on upside down. Make sure you got it right side up. Yeah, I had to turn it around too. I was getting a little nervous there. So take your time, and just make sure it's right side up and just, yeah, the glue stick worked really well. I was really pleased with that. Oh, and I'm sorry, it's not Nikki's Eye for DIY. She changed her name. It is now Touched by Time Atelier with Nikki. So make sure you go check her out. She's a lot of fun. All right, and then once I've got them all done, I am going to go in with my sip sand and go around the outside perimeter of my letters. And then I'm just going to use an emery board to go in between the small tight places and just file that excess off. And once I got done that, I'm going to take two of these boards and going to paint them both with the Waverly's chalk paint and moss. And then here on the back, I had hot glued them in the middle to adhere them together. And then I've taken some of the big, um, what are they called? Popsicle sticks. And I use hot glue and wood glue to adhere them to the back so that gives it that extra stability to hold it together. And then on this side, we are going to add our letters, spelling out the word spring. But I'm going to do the SPR on the top, and right under it, we're going to do the ING. So I'm just lining it up because it just fits. So it's like perfect length for it. But here I'm just playing with the placement first before I decide to glue it down, which is good because I end up moving them up a little bit, just so the words or the letters are a bit closer together so it looks like it's one word. And I also need a little space on the bottom for some extra embellishments. So once I'm happy with the placement, I'm going to go ahead and just hot glue them down. And as you can see, I had painted the back on my letters too. You don't really have to do that if you're just going to glue them down. I wasn't really thinking about it. I just did it. I was happily painting, so I just did both sides. But it's not necessary if you're just going to glue them down like this. But here I'm just going to give it some hot glue and then making sure I got them within the space. It's a little bit tight, but it works. You could also, if you wanted a permanent hold, you could also use some wood glue to adhere them to the background. I just decided to use the hot glue also because I was kind of pressed for time. I didn't have time for the wood glue to set, so I'm gonna use my hot glue gun, and I'm trying to get rid of some of those glue strings left behind. There's plenty of those. And then here I decided to go in with some reindeer moss, and I'm just gonna glue that along the edge on the bottom, just as you see here. Just a line of hot glue, and then I'm just going to press down some reindeer moss, and I'm going to do that all the way across. Oh, I'm sorry I left all of this in. I thought I had cut some of this out, but I guess not. But now you see me gluing it all the way across. But you could even add some more if you wanted to, or you could leave it blank. But I'm gonna add some stuff down here, and I thought that would look really nice with some reindeer moss. Then I have one of these little bunny heads on a skewer stick, and I'm just gonna cut it off on the top because I just need his head. And we're gonna add him right down here in the corner. I thought that would look super cute. And I'm just gonna add some hot glue to the back of his head. And then I'm just gonna lay him right down there in the corner. And then I'm gonna go in with some of the smaller Easter eggs. They're either from Hobby Lobby or the Dollar Tree. I can't remember. I haven't had them for a couple of years, but it's the smaller ones. And I just picked out four of them and just gonna randomly glue them down to the bottom in the reindeer moss. And I think this looks absolutely adorable. And it's so spring-like. Gives like some really great spring vibe with the colors, the flowers, and the bunnies and stuff. But yeah, let me know what you think about this one as well. I think it is really adorable. And I love the little embellishment at the bottom. It really brings it all out and let it come together. All right, so for project number 3, I got this vintage floral um, cardstock booklet from Hobby Lobby. And I had already picked one up with some daisies. And I thought this would be really pretty for spring. And I got this little, um, it's not really a frame. Well, I guess it could be a frame. It's not really a shadow box either, but somewhere in between. And I'm going to fit my paper in there and then cut. I'm just pressing at the edge so I know where to cut, and I'm going to cut off the excess paper. And then I'm laying it back in there to make sure it fits nice and tight. It does have a little bit of gap on the sides just because it wasn't wide enough, but we'll take care of that in a second. And I'm just going to use my Elmer's glue stick, cover the whole back part, and then just going to lay it back into my little frame right here. And then I'm just making sure that I'm pressing it down everywhere in the middle, around the edges, so there's going to be no lifting at all. And then I had this little wicker basket. I think it came in a pack of mm, 6 or so from Hobby Lobby. And I had stained it with some antique wax, but I only needed half of it. So I'm going to cut it in half, but not so close to the handle. The handle is going to come off. It's going to be like uh, a little bit further in from the handle, so that way when I have the half basket, I still have the handle on it, if that makes sense. And here I'm just kind of working my way around and cutting it in half. And then I'm going to lay it down into my frame just to make sure that it's evenly cut and it's going to look right inside my box, just like so. And here I'm going to round the edges with some reindeer moss just to kind of give a little bit of frame. It actually looks a little cottage core right here, I think. And I'm going to take my little half basket here, add some hot glue, and I'm going to glue that right in there at the bottom. And I'm holding that in there to let the glue set. I picked out some floral foam, and I found a small piece, which was like a perfect fit, but it went all the way up to the edge, which was a little bit too tall for me. So I do cut that in half. So I never get rid of any of my little pieces here because you never know when you just need a little tiny piece. And this is a good example. So once I have the size that I wanted, I'm just going to add some hot glue into the bottom of my basket and then add my floral foam like so. And then I'd taken some flowers out that I thought would look cute in my basket, but I ended up just using the one I'm holding right now because that was plenty to fill out my little basket, and I absolutely love how it turned out. It looks for these little white flowers. But you could put anything in there, but I want it to kind of go with the background as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick them right down into my floral foam. And I think I used three of them. That's all it took to fill out the basket. And yeah, just making sure the leaves are not kind of bent backwards. And I'm just gonna stick them all in there, like so. And then I put in one more so it looks like a nice full basket. It's a little bit tricky getting this one to stick into the floral foam, but I just had to kind of look from above and straight down in there. And then once I've done that, I got this little green bunny. Kind of looks like that's covered with moss as well. And I think this is from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going to stick him right down the corner. And that will be it for this one. Super easy, super quick, but absolutely adorable. Let me know what you think about this one as well. I love how they all turn out, and they're so easy to make. They're going to be fun pieces to have sitting around the house. So let's take a final look at everything that I made today. And if you made it all the way to the end of the video with me, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. And don't forget, once you're done with this video, go down in my description box and look for the playlist link and make sure you go check out everybody and show everybody some love. And with that being said, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and hype my video. I would really appreciate it. Until next time.